to the Life's Good. I'm AJ, this is my channel, and today I'm in the pub in the pantry, and I've been promising for a little while now to make the Muntons Connoisseur beer kit. It's the same method as all the other beer kits, and the difference being apparently it's got more superior ingredients in the original kit mixture. I'll bring this up to the camera so you can see, hopefully, the label on this tin. It's slightly more expensive than the other beer kits of this design and style. Connoisseur's Yorkshire Bitter. And together with this, instead of using the home brewing, winemaking sugar, once again, I'm going to be using 1 kilogram of spray malt. And this happens to be a light spray malt. You can get lights and darks. I'm using a light spray malt with this Yorkshire Bitter. It's not a particularly heavy pint of beer. It's not like a stout or a porter. So I thought the light spray malt might be suitable with this. And I hadn't used spray malt in the past, and I did make a Geordie beer kit a little while back. Geordie Bitter with spray malt. And I have to say, the taste, the quality of that beer was a lot better than just using the brewing sugar. Making comparisons, I much prefer using the spray malt. It certainly lifted the quality of the beer. It gives it more of a flavour and an aftertaste that's much smoother and much better head. I've been converted, I guess. Several people suggested I try the spray malt as opposed to sugar. I've done that, and yeah, like it. Very good. So, Muntons Connoisseur Yorkshire Bitter, made with spray malt. Now, I've been through how to make all this before, so I won't bore you with all the pouring water, heating things up, and everything else routine. My bucket's here, sterilized bucket. Inside here, I've also sterilized the spoon and the little bubble valve. So I'll be putting this together shortly. In the meantime, I had an issue with my King Keg Top Tap keg barrel thing. Inside your Top Tap keg, you have this float arrangement. This one actually is incomplete. On the end here, there should be a clear plastic insert that provides an air pocket which keeps this afloat on the surface of the beer as it's being drained off through the tap. Now, this one's gone missing. As to how, where, why, and when, I don't know. Probably it detached and I've discarded it whilst cleaning my bucket or keg or whatever. This one's actually quite old. You can see that what was a clear hose or a white hose is now discolored a sort of nicotine yellow. And as I said, that bit's missing. I scanned on internet, as it were. I was looking through, and on eBay, I found a supplier who provides replacements for these, and I purchased one. Cost me £8 or thereabouts. It was delivered within a few days, and comparing this to the old one, this is far superior. This little ball arrangement in here is pretty permanent. There's not much chance of losing that, and the head itself is on a swivel, so whichever angle the hose is at, that little air bubble pocket thing there will keep this upright on the beer, regardless of where this hose actually ends up on the surface of the beer. On this end, it's got a little angled connection gadget. Now, that will not connect to my older Top Tap King Keg, so I'm going to have to pull the hose off of here and connect this hose directly to the inside of my Sparklets tap that I've fitted in my keg. So with this attached and that floating around on the beer, this will work perfectly. I'm really impressed with this. The old style, like this one, did not rotate, and occasionally you would get it at a funny angle, or it wasn't the right way around and it wouldn't draw the beer correctly. This will provide a much better draw off, and the beer is actually drawn through these little holes at the bottom, out through the hose and out through the tap. And the advantage of the Top Tap keg, is that you can start drawing the beer off the surface a lot earlier than the bottom tap, simply because the beer gradually clears from the top down. So if you imagine you've got clear beer at the top and you've still got a slight cloudy beer at the bottom, still clearing through, this is sitting in the clear beer on the top. So you actually are able to start decanting beer from your keg a little bit earlier than you would with a standard keg with the tap at the bottom. And referring to kegs, one of my subscribers, he regularly comments on my videos and keeps in touch. I'd like to say a big hi to Skid Baxter over in the States. He absolutely loves the idea of the homebrew. However, he is having great difficulty in sourcing the pressure barrels that we use in the UK, the PET kegs like King Keg and others. There's many manufacturers, but predominantly we use the plastic or the PET kegs here in the UK, ideally suited for our homebrew. And I've been doing a bit of research and trying to find where Skid could acquire kegs from. It would appear that the more popular kegs in America are what are referred to as corny kegs. Is that right? I'm not entirely certain. There are a few outlets in the States that are able to source the PET pressure barrels like we use in the UK, but they are very difficult to get hold of. If anyone watching this in America has any idea how to acquire the plastic kegs that we use here in the States, please let me know so I can pass that information on to Skid, because he is absolutely keen as mustard, as it were, to get hold of one or two of those kegs in order to keg his own homebrew. So hi to Skid, hi to all of you in the States, and if you know of a similar product that can be used for homebrewing in America without using the is it corny kegs or something of that nature? I'm not entirely certain, but yeah, they appear to be quite expensive. I think they're designed to withstand higher pressures than we produce here in England. In the United Kingdom, our home brews don't get much over about 10, 12 psi in the keg. And I think some of the American home brewing methods create a much higher pressure, hence the more expensive keg arrangements that you guys need to use. So if you know, if you've got any info in that respect, let me know and I can pass that on to Skid. Okay, yeah, I'm all set up. I'm ready to make my brew this morning. It's just a case of putting the mixture in the bucket, topping it up with cold water, sprinkle the yeast on, and wait 10 days or so for it to ferment. So once that's taken place and I put it in a keg, I'll come back to you and let you know what's going on. And it'd be great if anybody's got information on those kegs. Please, please, please pass that on. And I can pass that on to Skid, bless him. Okay, so thanks for watching. Just a quick one today. I'm going to be cracking on, making the beer. I will be installing my new draw-off valve arrangement in my King Keg Top Tap. Yeah, so all is good. We're cracking on, and I'll come back and show you more in the not too distant future. Take care. See you soon. Stay safe, be happy, look after each other. Don't forget, subscribe, like, bell icon. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.